Let's go, street pro, bottom line. Flow, canteen, hot take, Jake, and O. Sports professor, you know. Street professor back again, it's game time. A la playa, no playtime, it's play guy. Cause we ain't talking about practice like AI. Sports professors spit the best takes out like AI. Artfully intelligent, I can't write mine. Rhyme citing your girl's DMs like Messi after the goal time. That was a triple entendre, did you catch me rambling? Flipping Simone Biles, we the bottom line champions.
I need my hands.
Let's go, street pro, bottom line. Flow, canteen, hot take, Jake, and O. Sports professor, you know. Yo, street professor, I'm back, baby, like I never left. Bottom line, flow, canteen, hot take, Jake, and O. Street! Stop.
Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Don't me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then a double back, and I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone. Keep them coming. I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Don't me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home.
The bottom line sport.
Hey. Whoa. Wait a second. What is that? What is that nonsense?
Hey,
what is that? Did you go buy that? Oh my, you got me flipping over my words. Did you buy that specifically for the show? I can't even hear what you're saying, and I'm so upset right now. I cannot even hear you. I'm so upset. Hold on. What is that? Hold on. I can't hear you. I can't even hear your answer. I'm so upset right now. Hold on.
Go hard or go home. Go hard.
Can I hear you now? What is happening?
Yeah, you
can I hear you now?
What?
I can't hear you.
What's the deal?
I'm not saying. Hey, Omar, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying a thing, Flo.
What? It's my second team.
Look at this fool. This fool done bought a Patrick Mahomes jersey.
Hey, there was someone going crazy in the background. Somebody going crazy back there. I gotta find out who that is. Oh, look, Lamar.
He has bought a jersey and a hat specifically for the. Don't encourage this nonsense.
Mahomes, baby.
Don't encourage this nonsense.
The Chiefs, baby. You know I'm a Mahomes guy.
Okay, well, Mahomes don't mean you gotta be a Chiefs guy. Mahomes don't mean you a Chiefs guy.
Okay, that's all we're good. All right. Hey, let's
this
get
is what I expect from a Cowboys fan. This is what I expect from a Cowboys fan. Well, I don't want to hear you say nothing crazy about me wearing no Falcons gear. Me going back to
if the Falcons go to the Super Bowl, you can wear it.
Omar, you hear this?
Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. See? Look. Look at there. See? There you go. First team, my second team.
Now you just look like even more of a fool. I don't even know what's going on right now. Now you have like two different teams. This is ridiculous. Someone stop the show. We're out of control already. Someone stop the show. We are out of control already.
Welcome to the Bottom Line Sports episode 107. Bottom line. That guy over there that's a little distraught. That's Omar, the sports professor. Canteen. He's a Cowboy fan, but he's also a Falcon fan. I believe that. All right, and Hot Take Jake may or may not make it. He's working hard at Frito-Lay, baby. Knocking out those Fritos for everybody.
Delivering the scoops for the Super Bowl.
A lot of Frito-Lay products will be out this weekend. People snacking on them and all kinds of stuff. So we appreciate you coming on the show. We partner with Let's Talk Sports, and we have 3 YouTube channels on Let's Talk Sports, Ball and Buds Entertainment, and the Bottom Line Sports. 2 Facebook channels, 2
I gotta
X
figure this out real quick. Hold on.
and a Twitch. You good? All right. He's going to figure that out. I think we have a special guest today as well. Maybe guests. We'll see. You can always catch us on Spotify as well, on the Bottom Line Sports Spotify, and also Ball and Buds puts it out as well. Omar puts it out on his Ball and Buds Sports and Entertainment. And so updating episode 1495, 1500 if you round it up, on the Facebook group. Appreciate all those who do that. Commenting. Bus driver Flo. Who's that? Who is that? Find out who that is, Canteen.
You find out, man, who the bus driver Flo.
Let me call me a bus driver. What the heck?
Can you hear me now?
Say you are the bus driver.
Ruben.
You are the bus driver.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You good?
Okay, cool.
I can't see you though. Okay, there you are.
All right, cool.
We're good. All right, welcome to the show. We're going to do a Super Bowl.
Woo.
X or B. What is it? LVIII, better known as Super Bowl 58. We're going to do a preview today, do some talking. We're going to have a guest today, a couple of guests maybe. I don't know. The other guest is coming out, Omar?
You know how the other guest is. We'll see if his publicist lets him show up or not.
Oh, yeah. Right? Okay. We'll see what happens there.
If not, we do have our friend of the show.
We have a friend coming. Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs fan coming on, and we only have him for 15 minutes, so we should probably bring him on now.
Okay, we'll bring him on now. Let me see here. Let me set him up a little bit because I got him keyed up.
While you're setting him up, I can tell everybody why don't you go subscribe at the
there you go.
Bottom Line Sports. Join our Facebook group where Flo likes to contend with me every week that we have whether we're 100 mark that week of that 100 mark percentage. So whether at 1480 or 1500, you may never know. But we just ask you to share the group with your friends, join, and also go to the Bottom Line Sports on YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as well today, we'll have a guest on. Go ahead and check out IOW Sports and all of their content as well.
Hey, you know what that music means. Is the one, the only.
Oh, you got his music too? Look at you, Flo. Stunting. Got his music and everything.
Hey, I got it set up for him.
Yo, that's dope. Okay, I see you, Flo. I
The
see
only
you.
guy that can turn me away from being a Chiefs fan is Wildcard Marcus. He's
Wild
such a
card.
Cowboy hater.
What's good, fellas? What's good? What's good? What's
What's going
good?
on, brother?
My brother, what up? What up? What up?
Always a pleasure to chop it up with my brothers here at Bottom Line Sports, Ball and Buds Entertainment. But hey, man, I just gotta say this. I knew it was the real deal when I saw the logos you had up there, Flo, and you had a
No. I'm no selling that all day.
What happened? What do you think?
I'm no selling that all day long. I'm no selling that all day long. You're not going to bring him on here and let him be a Mahomes fan all of a sudden. No.
Nah, I'm not, but I love it how my man Flo is like an immediate Mahomes Chiefs fan. I love it. I love it.
I've been a Mahomes fan. I've been there. I was a Mahomes fan when you were in diaper bar.
Hey, you know what, y'all? It's not about being a bus driver, Flo. It's about being the bandwagon, Flo. That's what he is.
Oh, now we're gonna be bandwagon. Okay.
I
Look, I
mean,
still got the Cowboy stuff on.
but this is what it is, Omar. We in today's age where, you know, I know you're a Raiders fan and you'll never understand this, is when you start winning, you know, you get people that look at the bandwagon.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
And Flo is an honorary Chiefs member because he loves Texas Tech and he loves Mahomes.
But now, hold on, Wildcard. Hold on. Wait a minute, Wildcard. The way Flo dogged me out about me jumping ship and becoming a Cowboy fan, then when I want to go back and be a Falcon fan, it's a problem.
No.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sound the alarm.
Ooh, is that
Bunch of nonsense. Go back to being a Falcons fan. Go back to being a Falcons fan.
Is that what's happening?
Is that what you're saying, Omar? Go back to being what?
Go back to being a Falcons fan, Ken. Go back to being a Falcons fan.
Hang on a second. I didn't dodge you. I said you can't go back to that be your number one team. That can be your second team.
Wait, first of all, what do you mean that can be? Who are you? Are you his master? Are you his controller? What are you talking about? My man can choose his own football team if he wants. What you mean? He can. Like you run his life.
I don't run his life. I'm telling if he's going to be DC for life, he can still have a second team is all I'm saying.
Okay, well, first of all, that's the first commandment of sports you done broke. We already talked about that a bunch of times.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to my brother, Detroit Mail. Man, it's been great to see him because I haven't seen him since the Lions lost the NFC Championship game.
Whoa!
Hey, man, where you at, bro? Where you at, man?
Yo! Detroit.
Dog, he ain't been on none of our shows.
Nothing.
No. Why they say they got it? Oh, no.
Hey, I called him. I was like, yo, you good? He ain't answer.
Man, so you start worrying about him, huh?
Hey, this how I know he was really down bad. I sent over a concubine. He didn't even bring her in the house.
No.
Hey, hit the comments, Flo. Hit the comments. Go to the comments. I want you to go to the comments. Now, you don't have to verbalize what he said in the comments, but I want you to say what he said.
Yo.
Why?
Oh, okay.
Mel, don't let him do you like that, Mel. Don't let him do you like that.
Keep going.
I don't want to do that one.
You see? I know you don't want to talk that way.
Hey, send Mel the link. He can come on the show. Are you going to come on the show?
Come on, man.
Hey, I'll invite him on. I'll send it to him.
Hey. Got emotional damage. Man,
hey, Flo, I'm glad you changed the Chiefs hat because I did a short on that Chiefs hat. That's probably one of the most hideous Chiefs hats I ever seen. It looks like, you remember in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the episode when Ashley was getting a job at the Dippity Doo Dog restaurant? That. It looks just like that. I absolutely hate it. It's disgusting. It's ugly as hell.
That's hilarious. I remember that exact episode.
Yeah. Funny. It's good to see you, Mel. Hey, the next day though, when the Cowboys lost, I was on the air. The next show, I didn't hide from nothing. I was out there, so I don't hide, man.
Hey, respect.
Yeah. Hey, so real quick, let's get into this a little bit. Wildcard, I know we have you for a little bit. Before we get into this, here's one of the redeeming qualities about MREs. These First Strike energy bars is what they call them. They come in the MREs. They're actually not bad. It's cranberry raspberry flavor. Not bad for, as MREs go, as that is. But speaking of food, what's your kind of, give us your Super Bowl menu? Do you have a menu, a special dish, Mar, that you do on the Super Bowl?
Hey, I always do my famous Rotel dip. My Rotel dip is world famous. I mean,
famous. All right.
Gotta have the Velveeta. You feel me? The Velveeta.
Okay.
The Rotel. And I'm just because y'all my peoples, I'm gonna give y'all a little secret. I mix half beef, half sausage. You feel me? That's what you gotta do.
Sausage or like?
Well,
what kind
we got a special brand here in Kansas City.
Okay.
Called RB Rice, but you can use Jimmy Dean.
Oh, okay. So Jimmy Dean or RB Rice.
Yeah.
Have beef, just regular ground beef.
Yeah.
You use the lean or you use just the 85?
No. I use the 85, but I always drain my meat. Please.
Right. Oh yeah, you always gotta drain it.
Yeah, drain it. Grease, get it out of there.
Right.
The Rotel, the Velveeta, a little bit of milk, taco seasoning. Man, cook it up. I make fresh pico. I make fresh guacamole.
Okay.
I do like a little
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I do a little Tex-Mex, little buffet style kind of little joint for I might fry up some wings. I might, because my daughters love the wings. I do like garlic
wings.
That's what I was gonna ask about the wings.
Yeah,
I don't nobody want to hear that, Flo. Get out of here. Hey, Mar, we don't want to hear about your bodily functions on live national television. Just not what I want to hear. Okay. Hey, Mar, so would you say that this is Mel hiding out from the repercussions of his line?
I didn't know.
Would you?
He
says it's equipment setup, but I don't know.
Come out.
Well, like I said, man,
you are.
It's a little depressed in the 313 area. So I don't know if this is a legit situation or it's just another way to say he's sad.
Yeah, I see. Come on, get over it, man.
Yeah, but you got to understand, Flo. They've been dealing with almost 40, 50 plus years of misery. So that was as close as they got to a Super Bowl.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. All right, Omar, you got a special dish?
That's hard to get over, man. That's like when your chick leave you for your best friend. You lost a friend and a woman, so that's hard to get over, dog.
Wow.
Yeah,
man, you're not wrong.
That's a tough shit.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. What do you think, Omar? You got a special dish or anything you're looking forward to on Super Bowl on the menu?
Well, first of all, am I too loud at this point, or can
you're
you hear
good.
me correctly?
I'm good.
I'm good here.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Mar hit on it good. I'm really just a whoa. What?
Yeah. I didn't know he's vegan and he's a Detroit Lions fan. So
okay, you know what, Mel? I thought we could be cool, Mel, but I don't know. You're taking it a step too far now.
Those vegan fans.
You've taken this a step too far now, okay, sir? How can you be a Lions fan and a vegan? That don't make no sense. Lions, what do Lions hunt plants? Huh? The Lions out here eating trees? Is that what they do?
Yeah, hey, that's his special bush. Huh?
Okay.
That's his special bush.
Wow. It explains a lot about Mel.
Wow. I love chicken wings, and I can't get down with the vegan. Hey, everybody got their own choice.
Yeah,
I ain't hating.
What flavor?
But I will say, I need the meat. Pause. So many ways. There's so many ways with that.
Whoa.
I need the chicken wings. I need the steak. I need the pork. What is it? The pork fingers? Not pork fingers. The pork in the bun. Oh wow, that was reckless. No,
hey, man, look.
No,
man.
Pigs in the blanket. Pigs in the blanket is what I meant. Pigs in the blanket.
Hey, but hey, he own you, Mark. You better get him.
No,
you better get him.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Whoa.
That's another reckless right there.
No, the way that Omar is talking, he's talking about Omar. Omar's real reckless right now.
I tried to pass that on you.
Let's try and redeem yourself here.
Omar, he on you.
I did not mean that. That was a Freudian slip. I meant pigs in a blanket is what I meant.
Man, you've been super reckless in this last 30 minutes.
Super reckless the last 30 seconds, and I apologize to all my fans who expect better from me. I apologize on all accounts. That being said, chicken wings. I'm gonna take
what's flavor though? Just a regular hot
garlic Parmesan is good. Okay. Also some Louisiana hot or any kind of really hot. They got natural hot here, but I don't really care for that. Right. Or you can always go lemon pepper. Lemon pepper ain't never bad.
My wife loves lemon pepper, by the way. That's her favorite.
I love some the lemon pepper from Wingstop.
Okay.
I mean, I ain't never been to Magic City. I plan on being one day, but
from
Wingstop. One day, baby. When we going?
Hey, we're going to Magic City, baby. I got to try them lemon pepper Lou wings.
I mean, you already said wings. You can put wings in there again, but anything special for Super Bowls?
I mean, like I said, I like wings, but I like mild. I cannot eat chicken wings unless they're mild. I don't like all other flavors. They have to be mild wings.
Every time we ate.
What do you got? You got bodily function problems too? What's wrong with this on this damn show?
You get mild and then you get extra sauce.
You need some tums?
Extra sauce on the side.
You need some
but I do like the Rotel. Like, let me say this, Flo. I like the Rotel.
Okay.
I like, it doesn't matter what beer we drink, as long as we got some Hennessy, Maker's Mark, any kind of brown liquor. Then we in the money, baby.
Yeah, he definitely. We
in the money.
Well, hey, Mar does have to go, so we should probably talk about the game.
Okay, let's talk about the game. I didn't realize you had to go, Mar. Hey, so Mar, real quick, I got a question, and then if Omar and the canteen got a question for you, we can go ahead and put that out there. So, but what do you think? What's the biggest concern you have with the 49ers playing the Chiefs? Like the biggest thing that worries you about the 49ers, whether it be offense, whether it be the, whatever it is, whatever you think, one thing that really concerns you, the Chiefs coming up against the 49ers.
Yeah, it's a guy called Christian McCaffrey. Okay. I think it's for me, look, when the Chiefs played the 49ers in San Francisco last year, they were able to put up, I think, like 41, 44 points on them.
Okay.
So I'm not worried if the offense, because it's not too much of a difference of their offense this year from last year. It's not too much of a difference. I will say that I'm not worried about them moving the ball on that defense. I'm worried of all the people we got to stop on that offense.
Okay.
And our defense has been, Chiefs defense has been playing well, but there's a lot of weapons on that offense you got to worry about, and it starts with CMC.
Okay, so you think it begins with if you guys can stop Mac, that's kind of the beginning of controlling the 49ers. What you're saying.
Oh yeah. Look, CMC is dangerous in the pass, in the running game, pass pro. I mean, he's literally your all-do-all type of running back.
Right.
You stop him, you got a chance. You let him get loose, it opens up everybody else.
Right. Okay, that's fair. What do you got? Anything for Walker, Omar? Any questions about the game, or we'll get his pick at the end?
Yeah. Actually, I do.
I think we know.
Actually,
we'll get it at the end.
I got a question. So looking at this with all the pressure that is on your team to complete this dynasty before Kelsey gets aged out, as you could say. I believe that barring any injuries, Mahomes will be back, and the Chiefs will be back again at some point, because I believe that as long as you have Mahomes, you have a chance. But the Denver Broncos did this back in the 90s with McCaffrey's father. Speaking of McCaffrey, who went from the Niners to the Broncos. And so I don't know what that even means. Oh, that's the protein bar you were at. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was like your new first strike thing whenever somebody said something. Anyways, that'd be funny. So anyways, so with this talk of dynasty, do you, and with all the Taylor Swift, we got to put that in there for the algorithm, all the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce love story, NFL scripting, do you feel with all this pressure that there could be some sort of negative outcome that not that necessarily you might lose because of that, but you may play even worse because of that, or any of those factors?
Maybe a distraction. Is that what you're saying?
That's a good way
to be honest, I'll be quite honest with you. I love that word pressure. I think the pressure's on the 49ers.
Okay.
She's been there and done that. They got championships. You looking at the 49ers with Kyle Shanahan, 2016. I mean, we don't forget 2016. I know you don't, Can. I know you don't forget 2016.
28-3, sucker.
28-3, bro. 28-3.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan was part of that. You know,
we remember.
Hey, right.
Hey, let me tell you real quick. He turned into Mel that day. I mean, I couldn't find him. I was like, "Are you okay, bro?" I was like, "Yeah."
We can't forget about
Mel that day.
He was part of that.
Yeah,
we can't forget that. Hey, the same Kyle Shanahan was up on Andy Reid in Super Bowl 54, and they blew it. We can't forget that Kyle Shanahan and the San Francisco 49ers have been to the NFC Championship game, 4 out of the last 5 years?
Right.
They need the ones that prove that they can win a Super Bowl. They're the ones that need to prove that they can hoist the trophy. I get it. I get it. People want to say, hey, man, Chiefs, you need to solidify your dynasty. You need to back-to-back. Okay. That's fine if you want to say that, but I mean, their dominance in the AFC is undeniable.
And to your point, Mar, the Chiefs are also technically underdogs, in the spread, even though it started at I think 3.5, that's down to 2, but still they're technically the underdog here. Yeah. And most people didn't expect. I mean, other than me and you, probably, Mar, but most people didn't expect them to make the Super Bowl.
Well, to follow that up,
go ahead.
Real quick, just to follow that up with you. I mean, the Chiefs have the worst record in this situation, and this is usually a situation where we see them having the best record in the league.
Right.
So in terms of what you were just saying, Flo, they've had a little bit of a down year due to the wide receiver issues that we saw, due to penalties, due to turnovers, things like that. How do you see that affecting the game, Mar?
Well, yeah. I mean, that does affect it. But like I said, I mean, nobody expected the Chiefs to be here for the last 2 years, and here they are 2 years in a row in the Super Bowl.
Especially this year, I think, Mark. Last year, I think people just wanted to see without Tyreek how it would happen, but no one really like this year. I feel like a lot of people counted them out going into the playoffs. I feel like everybody was picking the Bills, and then everybody was picking the Ravens, and so they were getting, basically being underdogs on the road. They had to prove, I guess, they could win on the road, which is fair. But I mean, they were underdogs this whole time and can still go into the Super Bowl as an underdog. But to your point, and then you can ask a question. I was going to say, Omar talked about distractions. We know that Patrick Mahomes' father got arrested again for DUI for the third time in
3.
So
3 DUI,
at least
man.
3. Well, the report said for at least the third time, so it could have been more.
The third time.
It could have been more. And do you think that could be a distraction for Mahomes, seeing as how his dad got put in jail, and a lot of people got to be asking him questions?
You got to be professional, man.
He's been dealing with the talk on his wife. He's been dealing with his brother getting in trouble.
It's another distraction. What I'm saying, though, I mean,
it may be another distraction, but I don't think anything distracts this guy. He's not the same. He's not a human being. Right? He is a machine when it comes to this football thing, and I think he's different. I think he's tired of people trying to find excuses for him to lose, and he's going to keep proving people wrong.
Right. So you think this might be another motivating factor instead of a distraction? Is what you're saying, maybe?
Hey, y'all heard the boos on opening night on Monday. Y'all,
you know what? That was Raiders fans. I think a lot of those, because they were in Las Vegas with the Raiders. I think a lot of those were Raiders fans.
Let's go, baby.
49ers too, but I think a lot of those, because that's not Super Bowl crowd. That was just people who were there coming to the pregame festivities. I think a lot of those people were, the Raiders hate the Chiefs. You know that. So I think a lot of those boos came from Raiders fans as well. Go ahead, Ken. You can ask a question. Go ahead.
Let me give you my spill on the whole thing, man. When you look at the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs, there's more pressure on San Francisco.
Right.
You look at Brock Purdy, they've already identified him as Mr. Irrelevant. Chris McCaffrey's his running game. You got Ayuk as his receiver. You got what's the other guy's name? Number 19, the black kid. What's his name? I don't know his name off the top of my head.
Debo Samuel?
Debo Samuel?
Debo Samuel.
Okay.
So when you look at the game, there's no pressure on Andy Reid. Andy Reid's been in this situation before. Mahomes has been here before. Kelsey, they've been here before. So I think more of the pressure is on San Fran.
Okay. But do you have a question for Mara as it comes to the game itself? If you don't, that's fine. I'm just trying to see if you had a question.
Yeah, was that just like a
the overall game pressure is on San Fran? The overall game pressure is on San Fran because as Mar just caveated, you look at a guy like Shanahan. You look at Shanahan. Shanahan was with Atlanta. Atlanta was up 28-3. What did Shanahan do? He choked. He choked when they went to the Super Bowl the first time.
I don't think he has a question, Omar.
Is that your question, Ken? Is your question about Shanahan?
Let me finish my spiel, and I'm gonna throw a question out there.
I love you.
Okay,
what I'm saying is,
go ahead, Ken.
There was when Shanahan lost with Atlanta. He lost in, I think, Tampa, Miami when the 49ers went against the Kansas City Chiefs and they won in 2020. So here's my thing for you, Omar. For you, Mark. Do you think if you all win this game, will this solidify Mahomes as being in the running for the GOAT in a QB perspective?
Hey.
That's my question.
Wait, solidify in the running, or you mean solidify himself as the front runner?
The front runner as the GOAT. There you go. Omar caveat on
a better question.
Front runner.
I don't think it puts him at front runner. We got to be honest. What Tom Brady did with 7 championships is ridiculous. It's near godly. All right.
He didn't do much the first 3, Mark.
Yeah, it was right. I mean,
he had like one touchdown.
You know, we can say it was great. I'm not going to hate
he didn't do hardly nothing.
I'm not going to hate on Tom. I'm not going to hate on Tom.
For that debate. We can have that debate for another time, for another conversation, another show. But the fact of the matter is, he's the starting quarterback of those teams that won 7 championships. I can't take that from him.
Yeah, you can't take that from him, but
if Patrick wins his 3rd, it puts him very in the rearview mirror of Tom Brady. Oh yeah,
he's on a different platform.
Okay, do you think it puts him for sure at 2nd place,
Brady,
in that debate?
It's because it's Brady. It's going to be Joe Montana right there.
Yeah.
And then if Patrick wins, you got to put Tom first, and Patrick and Joe at the same level almost.
When you talking about an even level,
I mean, you could.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
But I look, as much as I love Patrick, I can't surpass Joe automatically and put him up there with Tom on number 3. But the good thing for him is 28. And if Tom can play,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
If Tom can play till 45. We're talking about another
maybe
15 years at least.
Yeah,
15 years he got left in him.
At least, if he doesn't get hurt, at least.
To be fair, Mar, I mean, we all know Tom is an anomaly as far as the length of his career. So chances are around the 39 is what we're going to see from Mahomes.
40,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, 39, 40 is going to be where all those guys kind of start to deteriorate or lose a little something or can't really be at the same level. You know, Tom was kind of a freak as far as his conditioning and what he ate and all that. And we'll see if Mahomes transitions into something like that. And he may have been just an anomaly as far as being able to play that long. But you know, Drew Brees, who else? Peyton Manning, all these greats. You know, John Elway, 38 to 40 was when they kind of started to disappear.
They tapered off.
Let's just say at least 10 more prime years.
At least 10 more prime years as long as you get hurt.
And then we'll see where he goes from there.
Exactly. So, I think it's fair to have the conversation when he retires and hangs it up and sees it. But what people are going
to have it before that, though.
Of course. But what we can say is we've never seen a first 6 years like Patrick Mahomes. We can say that.
Right.
We can say that. So fellas, I'm going to get
Brady had 3 in his first 6, didn't he?
All right, bro. Hey, give us a score prediction.
24-21 Chiefs. Good guys.
24-21. Oh.
24-21. Right. Hey, I love y'all. I got to get out of here.
Hey,
thanks for coming.
Really appreciate you. Y'all tap in with Wildcard Mar and IOW Sports Network. Check out all their content. Tap in with them. That's our boy. Want to start with Wildcard Mar. Wildcard Mar, IOW Sports.
Yeah, I put in his song in there.
That's dope.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I want to make sure we get that in there, his song. We appreciate Wildcard Mar coming on the show. A Chiefs fan, a true Chiefs fan. I am a pseudo Chiefs fan or a secondary.
You are not a Chiefs fan at all. Thank you again, Mar, for coming on.
What?
Wow.
Come on.
Hey, Omar,
And I got the ugly
let
hat.
him be. Because I'm going to tell you, come week 1 of football season of 24, I might
You
come
better be wearing
Falcons
I'm no
down.
selling all
You
of
better
this.
be
And
wearing
and
Cowboy
listen,
gear. Cowboy
Flo, I don't-
gear. Week 1, Can. Come on.
Omar, what you think? What you think, Omar?
If you're at DC for life, I'm gonna work out. This is the only time I wore it in the Super Bowl. The only time I wore it.
Yeah,
Chiefs gear.
I give you that. That's the only time you won.
Yeah, the only time I wore it.
That's true.
Yeah, they're in the Super Bowl. That's my second team. I've always said that, even before you came on, Omar, on the show.
Now the real question is, is that your wife's jersey? That's the real question.
Oh man,
Well, it is my wife's
don't do
jersey.
him like that.
Oh, we got another one. We got another one wearing his wife's stuff.
It's not a female jersey. It's just my wife's jersey.
Now, it's just not good because she didn't call you out and I had to call you out, but you're still wearing your wife's jersey. So
Yeah, I'm wearing my wife's jersey. Because I didn't buy one. I'm not going to go buy one.
I would hope not. I would make fun of you more if you went and bought one.
Okay. All right. So before we get into the game, a couple of things happening in the football world. I think.
Let's talk these coaching moves. Let's
I
talk
think,
coaching moves, brother.
Alan talked about it. Did he say officially Zimmer was the defensive coordinator for the coach?
Yep, that's been announced. Yep.
Mike Zimmer's the defense coordinator for the Cowboys.
So can Zimmer kind of pick up where Dan Quinn left off, so to speak? What do you think, Can? And then you go, Omar. Can he kind of take the defense and take it
Bro,
to at least the same level or maybe even better?
I think Mike Zimmer will be a lot better, man. I think Dan Quinn got kind of lackadaisical. I think Dan Quinn got lackadaisical towards the end of his tour. He didn't know whether he was leaving or not. But when they start making propositions that he would have the probability of becoming a head coach in other organizations, I think he got lax. Here's where Dan Quinn screwed himself.
Lost focus, maybe. Is what you're saying.
He gave up over 40 points against a number 7 wild card seeded Green Bay Packers.
Oh, that's
and
fair.
that's where I lost a lot of credibility with a guy like Dan Quinn. And not only in that position, Flo, when you think about what he did with Atlanta, you're the head coach. You're up 28-3. All you have to do is play conservative football to win this game. And what does Shanahan do? He's pulling plays out of his ass, and the Falcons.
Okay.
And so I'm being honest.
Okay.
I think Zimmer's going to step up to the plate, and I think that Zimmer may supersede expectations that have been laid out for him.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay. And to be fair, he's coming back home, so to speak. I mean, he spent over 12 years with the Cowboys, either as a defensive coordinator, assistant, defensive backs coach, things like that with the Cowboys. So he was with the Cowboys for about 12 years.
And here's the crazy thing, Flo. Here's the crazy thing. Deion Sanders in Colorado had him on the tag.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, Prime, are you stupid, dumb? Oh, what are you missing? And the guy that they hired as their defensive coordinator at Colorado, nobody's ever heard of this dude. He was the defensive back coach for the Bengals. I don't know him. You don't know him. Nobody knows him. Mike Zimmer is a branded name.
Okay.
You forgot that Todd Monken. I love you so much.
Todd Monken? What?
No, that's not Todd Monken. We're talking about the defensive coordinator that went to Colorado.
No, I know. But you said, I don't know that fool, and I said, you forgot.
Yeah, I didn't know Todd Monken's name until you brought it to my attention. Omar.
You forgot the Todd Monken was.
My gosh.
I'm just messing with you, Ken. I'm actually going to agree with Ken on both of his points. I will not agree, and I don't think that Ken said this, but I believe your question was who's the better coach. I do not believe that Zimmer is the better coach per se. What I am going to agree with Ken on, though, is that I do think Dan Quinn towards the end there lost a little bit control of the wheel, of the reins of the defense and everything like that. Maybe players tuned him out. You know, I don't have the inside stream to the Cowboys like you all do. But what I do know is with that combination of him going out, I mean, that's what I was hearing. That's the rumors that you've heard.
Right.
But that being said, I think we're bringing back in Mike Zimmer, who is just as quality of a coach as Dan Quinn. And as you mentioned, him having that previous experience with the Cowboys, I believe that he's going to seamlessly integrate back into the building, and I think that he'll pick up right where Dan Quinn left off, and the Cowboys will have an amazing defense again.
Okay, so you think there won't be as big of a drop off? It'll be.
I do not. No.
Oh, okay.
I do not.
As we say in the military, in the Army flow, there won't be an overlap. There's good continuity, and then the continuity is already there that Quinn left, and all that Zimmer's going to do is pick up where Quinn left off and keep building upon that. Now the question was, how long has Zimmer been out of football? Zimmer was a head coach at Minnesota from 2014 to 21, and then Zimmer left and became a consultant analyst down at Jackson State. Then he went to Colorado, but now he's back in the reins of becoming a defensive coordinator.
Hey, there you go. Look at this. Ken got all the professor stats up in here. Look at that.
Stats, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So he's only been out of the NFL for at the most 2 years. Going on 2 years, 2 seasons.
Right.
So he can easily come back. Once you're a defensive coordinator, it's like as long as they've been, which is years and years, it's like riding a bike. You just go to another place and bring up your system. So.
Right.
And you build upon what they've already established,
Right. You don't dig down what Dan Quinn did. You come back in. You say, "Hey, I love that." I love that Dan Quinn taught you these philosophies because he's a great coach too. Now take my great philosophies, use all of it together, and become a damn super defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to be fair, guys, I mean, a lot of people haven't really talked about this. They just talked about how the Cowboys lost in the first round. They don't really dig as deep in, and they talked about maybe how Quinn lost focus or whatever. But the defense did struggle all year. They were up and down. We saw games where they let teams score a lot of points.
That's true.
To be fair, we lost 4 key players on that defense. We lost Diggs early, right?
That was the big one. Yeah.
And then we lost Overshawn, which was one of our linebackers. Then we lost Van Der Esch in the middle of the season.
That's a big one too. Yeah.
We lost, and then I can't remember the other one. Harris, I think his name. He was on the D line. He was an interior lineman. And we lost 4 key players.
Shelby Harris. Yeah, Shelby Harris.
Key starters that really kind of just the fact I think that Dan Quinn kept the defense at a pretty decent level or high level for the most part is pretty admirable.
See that.
Considering we lost 4 key starters, so and on different levels of the field, right? One lineman, a couple of linebackers, and then in the back end, probably one of the best corners, young corners for sure, in the league. And so, getting those back, I see that Zimmer could, like you said, it would be seamless, and I think the defense could be better, barring we have those kind of injuries again. If we keep everybody, and don't have these big, injuries like we did before last year, I think the defense could be better. Getting all those guys back.
Now, Omar's dad make a good point. Like we lost to Green Bay by 48, but then he made a good point. Says the defense looked lost in defeat. So I mean, what Omar's dad is saying that I think that we need Zimmer coming in would be a breath of fresh air, and I think Zimmer coming in will help us be able to regroup, replenish us, and refresh us to move on and do better things in the season of 24.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with both my dad and Ken. I think that this is a great move for y'all. I think that the thing is that Dak just had his best season. I know we'll talk a little about that. They're doing the awards tonight. But I believe that y'all this year wasn't your last chance, like you said. And I tried to tell you that. I think next year y'all can just be just as good if you bring back the core players that you have. And now you brought in Mike Zimmer. You keep in Mike McCarthy. The consistency. He may not have built a champion contender yet, like he thinks. Or sorry, not a contender, a champion yet. But I do believe y'all are on the precipice of winning something big.
And I don't
love you, Dad.
Yeah, good job. Thanks from Papa Ruben. And Ruben hates when I bring this up, but I believe that Dak is part of the curse. I mean, he replaced Romo, and Romo should have came back the year. He replaced Dak.
Well, the thing is, Romo didn't win either. So what are we really talking about?
Yeah, but I'm saying that year, the reason, look, his last few years, we know only his last years he had started to have good teams on both sides of the ball. For 8 years in the beginning of his career, he carried the Cowboys pretty much. He had a few skill players here and there. But at the end of what I'm saying is
that's part of the NFL with the salary cap these days.
What I'm saying is the last 4 or 5 years, he would get hurt, come back early, and he either couldn't.
So let me ask you an honest question.
Get hurt, and we didn't have a good backup. So finally, when we got a good backup, Dak Prescott, they give him the as a rookie, they give him the team, which I think was a big mistake.
I want to ask you an honest question.
And he was healthy.
I want to ask you an honest question, and then we'll move on from the Cowboys.
Okay.
Are the Dallas Cowboys capable of winning a Super Bowl in the next 5 years? Capable and will they? Capable and will they win?
As constructed right now? No new players added, no nothing as they're constructed right now. Is it what you're saying?
Now?
They are not. They are not capable. Dak Prescott needs a strong running game. He had that when Zeke was young.
And so they better pick up Derrick Henry.
What Clubber D has said since the beginning is the right move. Go get Derrick Henry. That's all right.
Derrick Henry or someone of that ilk, someone who can run like Zeke, be a pounder, who can get those tough yards, who can get, another type of running back other than Pollard, because Pollard is one style, and we need that kind of that hard punching style, that harder running back who can get tough yards, who can break it open in the middle. Pollard's more outside guy, catching the ball, toss sweeps and things like that, and so he can run in the middle sometimes, but that's not what he does the best. And so if we can get a solid running back, maybe we find one in the draft. I don't know. We won't know until he starts playing, right? But if we get a Zeke type or Henry.
I mean, there's just not that type of back in the in the draft that's going to go high enough.
That's what I'm
to
saying.
Make a difference.
We need that for Dak, and maybe we get lucky in the draft. I don't know, but as constructed right now, I don't think they can make a Super Bowl run. And the other thing is, I feel like Dak needs to give us kind of a hometown discount in any extension we give him, because if we have to pay Dak top dollar, we're going to start losing a lot of these key players he needs on offense to make him successful, a la Brock Purdy, who needs all those high-level skilled players, I think, to be successful. Garoppolo needed the same thing. I think he's a little better than Garoppolo, but Garoppolo needed those high-skilled players to be successful, take teams to the Super Bowl. And I think Dak needs that, and he lacks that at running back right now. And I think if we can get that at running back, he gives us a hometown discount. We extend him for 3 or 4 years, give him, mid-level, discount, a hometown discount. I mean, come on.
I do.
Then we're going to start to lose, starting maybe even next year, if we have to pay him top dollar. And for sure the year after that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree with you. I think that in order for you to have continuity in the NFL, right, you have to have quarterbacks on, preferably rookie deals. But since you can't with Dak, at least on affordable deals. And the fact that you all, and I know Jerry Jones tried to belabor the negotiations, tried to, lengthen the negotiations, tried to make them harder than they need to be. I mean, this was after Dak came back from a pretty crucial, could have been career-threatening ankle injury. And for them to give him the amount of money that they gave him coming out of that, I agree. You should give them some sort of hometown, my home team discount. But also, I mean, he's been one of the best in the league at the same time, so he still has to get his money. He leads the league in big-time throws. This year we talked about earlier was his best year statistically, right? So although we want him to take
the Niners game, I think.
Okay, but I mean that's fine. But look at he was first in NFL completion percentage with 80%, right? Or higher in at least 4 games in the season. So in 4 games he was over 80%. It's really hard to do in an NFL game, right? I mentioned he had the most big time throws over the year. So it's just like, yes, you don't want to overpay because it hinders your contract, your roster building. Excuse me. Right. But he has to get a pay commensurate with his talent, which now is MVP level.
And that's my only thing. Is that he didn't start playing well until he started using his legs again, and then going kind of his last game, and then in the playoffs he didn't.
Going into the playoffs, he screwed us,
and he didn't do.
I agree.
That he was doing the season, and so
but the defense didn't play as well either, so which we talked about. So it's like the whole team didn't play well.
That's fair, but remember we lost those 4. Dak had all his people. He didn't lose any key players on offense, minus lineman was in and out in the year, but for the most part he had all his guys. So he has no excuse that, hey, we lost 4 key starters on offense. I mean, if he had lost CD or he had lost Cooks or he had lost a couple of linemen or maybe even lost Pollard again, then we could say, okay, he didn't have all his.
I mean, he never had Pollard and you never had Zeke, so there you go with that non-running game. You can only do You can only do so much because Dak is a pocket passer. If you don't have the running game to break down the defense to set up the play action pass, then you don't. I mean, come on now. Does he throw the? How many rushing yards did he have this season?
Every snap.
How many rushing yards did he have this season?
A lot, but his best
232 rushing yards. I remember because I read it in an article.
I'm not talking about Lamar Jackson using his legs. I'm talking about.
Okay, well,
I'm talking about.
I meant that.
Look at his best plays. Go back and look at his highlights.
Okay, he can run.
Rolling out.
That's not what I meant.
Rolling out, bootlegging, rolling out, and then a few were rushes, right? But most of his plays were with his legs. His biggest plays were when he escaped or rolled out and made a play after he got out of the pocket. Most of his mistakes, if you look at his mistakes, he was in the pocket on almost every one of those. So he's not a pocket passer. He needs to spend less time there.
Right.
That's my thing that I've always said about Dak. You can go back and look at the highlights. I look at everything he does, and he makes more mistakes in the pocket.
Omar's dad said there are no excuses.
Oh, there's excuses. There's always excuses. But these are facts. All right, so let's talk about. Let's move on from the Cowboys. So one thing I wanted to talk about that we never really talked about. Maybe you guys talked about while I was gone, but for sure, recently, Bill Belichick did not find any of these head coaching jobs for next season. What do you think is more possible? Whoever wants, you can go first. Or Omar, doesn't matter. But is it possible that he would take a defensive coordinator job next season, or that he would be able to come back after next season, since there's no head coaching jobs left for next season? What's more likely, Ken?
Here's my take on Bill Belichick. I think the best option for him right now is to take a coordinator job. The game of football is no longer a dictatorship. It's no longer a dictatorship.
But would he be more willing to? That's probably the best thing. But would he be more willing to take that, or to wait till next year? What do you think he would probably do?
He'd probably wait because of his pride.
Okay.
He's a prideful type person. When he was in New England, he won championships. He had Tom Brady. They were winning. He said, "Oh, I no longer need Brady." Brady went down to Tampa Bay. Brady won without Belichick. Right. Here's the thing. You got to let your pride go to the side. And here's the thing about a lot of football teams now. They want younger, creative, innovative guys that come in with strategies and got a lot of energy and motivation and all these things to win. He went and interviewed in Atlanta twice. They got rid of him.
They didn't want him.
They brought in Raheem Morris, a defensive mind that was previously in Atlanta, went to Los Angeles, won a Super Bowl with the Rams, and they brought him back to Atlanta. The game of football is about younger coaches that bring in creative and innovative ways to win football games. I'm not saying that Belichick is a bad guy. He's already proved his point. He's written history. I think he's irrelevant at this point.
As a head coach,
he's irrelevant.
Okay, Omar, more likely.
Yeah, I chuckled at both your question and Ken's initial response, because there's no way on God's green earth that he is taking a coordinator job. Like Ken said, he's too prideful of a dude. He ain't going to do that. He'd rather sit at home and watch and prepare for the draft and wait till he gets a job once somebody gets fired. That's the most likely thing. Somebody gets fired mid-season and he comes in and does a cleanup job. If not, then he might as well wait till next year when he can have his choice of whatever team that is. That being said, when Ken talks about Raheem Morris, what happened there was the Atlanta Falcons were interested in Belichick, but Raheem Morris was going on to another interview with the Seahawks, and they didn't want him to get hired away, so they hired Raheem Morris, and that left Bill Belichick out in the cold. Bill Belichick, sorry for you, man. You did exactly all the wrong things, like Ken said. You kicked your golden boy out the door. You got rid of you tainted your Hall of Fame career a little bit the past few years. Now no one wants you because you want too much power, and no one wants someone who wants that much power, who honestly is in their last decades of their life. I'll be nice, but he's 70 years old. So I mean,
71, 72.
Even if it's not a young man's game, it's not a 70-year-old man's game. This ain't the presidency we're going for. Oh, shots fired at both parties. Get some younger people. Bang, bang.
Wow.
And here's the thing about Belichick.
Just saying, you agree with me too.
He wants to have full control, right? And in today, like The only two coaches that didn't get hired was Bill Belichick and Vrabel.
What does that tell you? What does that?
What does that say?
Well, I mean, people. There's a story that people were afraid of Vrabel, that they were scared to hire him because he's so big. He's like intimidating, a big guy.
What?
That's what they were saying. That's what some of the reports were saying, that they were intimidated by him because he was so large of a guy.
Now, listen, man.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I mean, he is connected to Bill Belichick, though. So. I mean, that point taken. What were you going to say, Omar? You look like you want to chime in there.
No, I was saying that's exactly right. What Ken said about people having too much power. The reason that Mike Vrabel didn't get hired was because he wanted too much power. He wanted to be coach and GM, and because, they felt he was too big of a physical presence as a person that had too much power with the Titans.
Right.
So.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they thought he was big physically, too. I mean,
they think he's big physically, too, right. But, I mean, there's a lot of NFL players that go to become coaches. I mean, I'm sure Antonio Pierce is a big player, too.
You're a big guy.
I don't know. Not as big as. Anyway, so speaking of Antonio Pierce, didn't you guys hire a new offensive coordinator or something?
Yeah, Luke Getsy from the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm so done. I'm so done with this. Y'all could have had Cliff Kingsbury, but the Raiders, cheap, broke, trying to be broke, but y'all ain't broke because y'all got the most money coming in, and don't lie, because since we built that stadium, they have had the most money coming in out of any NFL team. Check the record books. So there's no reason for them to be acting broke. The standard contract for coordinators is 3 years. Cheap-ass Mark Davis wanted to give him 2 years. He said, no, I'm going to the Commanders. Thanks a lot, Davis. Now we got this guy who, I don't know what offense you were watching, but I didn't see a great Chicago offense.
He ran a poor offense in Chicago.
Thank you. Which is what I was going to say.
And let me caveat on this, Omar. I think Dan Quinn is an idiot.
But he hired Kingsbury, though. How's he an idiot?
No. Let me talk, Flo. Some of the remarks that Dan Quinn made about Eric Bieniemy were crazy. Okay. I'm the new head coach. We're bringing somebody else in. We don't want Bieniemy.
I thought that was kind of weird too. That you just that's wild. Like, at least be a little more couth about it.
And here's the thing.
Okay.
You could have at least been more sensitive. But what you telling me is that Bieniemy ain't capable of running an offense. He's not capable of. Come on, man.
I mean, the offense, to be fair, looked better under Bieniemy than it did the year before. Yeah. So to be fair, I don't know what he's talking about either. So I get your point now. That makes sense. I mean, I think Cliff Kingsbury is a good hire as an offensive coordinator. As an offensive coordinator, as a head coach, maybe not as much, but as an offensive coordinator.
I thought he would have been great with us. I thought he would have been great.
Kingsbury coached 3 years in Arizona.
Right. But now people are talking about, remember, I think Washington has a second pick. They're talking about trying to possibly move up and get Caleb Williams.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
He was but he was there at USC with him. He was one of
That's what I'm saying. So why wouldn't you do that? And the Bears, I'm sure, would be very willing to give up that first pick, especially to the Commanders, who would have to give up at least. The
fact of Caleb Williams and Cliff Kingsbury being on the
they would have to at least give up a first, a second, third, possibly a first and second next year. Like, you're looking at giving up at least like 5-6 picks to move up one spot.
And the Commanders would probably do it. They're kind of a franchise. I don't know. They got new ownership.
I'm telling you,
I mean, but that's the thing, because the Bears, then you could
to make a move like that.
Yeah. Well, the thing with the Bears is you have two choices. You either trade Fields to the Raiders, which you might as well do. Then I think it would be a good move for the Raiders to trade for Fields, because I don't think that O'Connell's the answer. So trade Fields to the Bears, and I would draft Caleb Williams if I was them now. But also, I'm saying if I were the Bears,
just start over.
Well, yeah, and the reason I say that is, and I've always said that, If it were me personally, I like Justin Fields, which is why I'm saying trade him to the Raiders. But if the Bears want to be, proficient about roster building, getting Caleb Williams on a rookie contract, trading Justin Fields and getting the picks that you can for him seems to be the advantageous maneuver.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
But if you look at Omar Dad said how many incoming coaches? Usually nobody. But then you got to look at another big move.
But still, you can handle it better.
Yeah, you don't have to say it like
Brian Johnson from Detroit is the pass game coordinator for the Commanders now.
Right.
The kid Brian Johnson.
And here's the other thing with hiring. I mean, and it kind of baffles me a little bit about Bill Belichick because we're talking about him. We're kind of wrapping all this up. But what's the difference between Gerard Mayo, who they called Little Bill? I mean, the Patriots call him Little Bill. What are you really doing? Just getting younger? I mean, he's going to bring a lot of the same things that Bill had, just a younger version, I guess. Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, but a younger version that can relate to players and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, he won't have as much control. Maybe that's the thing.
That's another thing is Robert Kraft didn't want somebody with so much control, right?
Well,
but also...
Maybe like Bill's style and what he brought as a coach, but didn't like all the control. So maybe that's
right. Exactly. Yeah, and plus again, I mean, it's just been said that the way that Mayo interacts with the players there, he already has a good rapport with that whole team. So if he has a good rapport with the team and is still going to coach similar to X's and O's, except maybe he'll actually, update the game plan for the 2020s. Then
might get a defensive coordinator as offensive coordinator, right?
Bring in a good offensive coordinator.
Right. And then it's like, I guess Brian Callahan went to the Titans, Mike McDonald to the Seahawks. A lot of people hiring defensive guys for some reason, even though offensive guys seem to be the way to go in the NFL now, the most successful one.
What was that guy that went to
the Panthers did hire an offensive guy in Dave Canales, but
what was that guy that went to Seattle? I think they hired the youngest coach. I know Mayo was
Mike McDonald from the Ravens.
And then they had a guy that's younger than Gerard Mayo.
Was it Dave Canales or Mike McDonald? I don't know who's younger. Do you know?
Whoever the head coach at Seattle, he's the youngest coach.
Yeah, I think it's McDonald's.
So it was Mike McDonald. He was the Ravens defensive coordinator. Is that right?
He was the Ravens defensive coordinator.
Yeah, he ended up going to
Seattle. In the heavens.
I don't know. Anyway, I don't know why people hiring defensive guy. Isn't Brian Callahan a defensive guy? Who is he?
Yeah, I mean, defense wins championships, but you're right. Most recently, the offensive coaches, offensive minds have been getting better records, having more success. But defense does win championships, so I guess that's what they're hoping is that they're getting some of these good defensive minds. I mean, the Ravens were a exceptionally outstanding defensive team this past year. So if you can replicate that in Seattle with some of the players you have out there, especially some of those players that have been out there so long and are experienced out there, they can, get that there. But Brian Callahan and the Titans. Again, same as the Patriots. Amy Strunk, the owner of the Titans, didn't want someone with so much power like Vrabel, so she got rid of him and she hired Brian. But the thing with Callahan, it's all about nepotism. He immediately brought his dad in, Bill Callahan, who us and the Raiders are very, very familiar with, since he blew our chances at winning a Super Bowl. How about you change the game plan? Don't go with Gruden's same game plan, you big dummy.
True.
Woo! Calm down, Omar. Calm down. Deep breaths. There you go. Oosa. There you go. Okay, so let's talk about this game. Let's finish up our thoughts on this game. We talked a little bit with Omar, and we'll kind of make our picks here. But the 49ers are the favorites still, even though it's been bet down a little bit to 2 points. Chiefs are the underdogs. And so you can get some of the stats, Ken, if you want.
Wait, hold on. I thought we were going Sunday. Are we not going Sunday?
I thought we were going to go today. That we're not.
Okay, I thought. Okay. No, I just thought I thought you. Okay, I was confused. Okay,
we're not going Sunday, right, Ken? I thought.
I thought you said in the chat.
Whatever y'all want to do, man. I'm good.
Yeah. We're not going Sunday. We're going to do it today. All right, guys. That's my
okay. Okay, well, let's get it out today.
Whatever we call it. Super Bowl.
We're not doing a show Sunday.
Yeah, no show Sunday. This is it. This is the show. This is the picks. This is it.
Okay.
Hopefully Jake can tap in. But anyway, so yeah, you can give me some of the stats, but I just wanted to point out really quickly that if we're looking at the quarterbacks, and I think we all believe Mahomes is the better quarterback in this, but Purdy had 4,200 yards and Mahomes had 4,100 yards. Purdy had 31 touchdowns. Mahomes had 27. Only 11 picks for Purdy and 14 for Mahomes. So, yeah, he didn't have the same weapons, but the stats are very similar, as far as the quarterback. But there's a lot more. You can dig deep into that. But to be fair, Ken, what do you think about this game? Give us some thoughts about the overall game. I know you were saying that San Francisco under more pressure. But give us kind of your rundown on the game. You can put some stats in there more if you want. And then, just give us your pick.
So, Flo, you already hit the QBs and everything like that.
Right.
When you look at the running backs, McCaffrey, 272 carries, 1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns. Isaiah Pacheco, 205 carries, 935 yards, 7 touchdowns. And then you got Ben Ayuk, 75 receptions, 1,300 yards, 7 touchdowns. And then you got Travis Kelce, 93 receptions and 984 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Right.
When you look at the entire game, offensive and defensive, man, as I said earlier, man, the pressure's always on the underdog. Mahomes has been there. Mahomes has checked that box twice and won 2 chips. Kelce checked the box. Those guys in Kansas City have the experience. You got a guy like Andy Reid, he's experienced. Here's the thing that I think may or may not be a determining factor. You got a guy like Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan doesn't know how to capitalize on a win. Kyle Shanahan becomes too aggressive.
Okay.
I look at Atlanta Falcons and what they did in that Super Bowl offensive. Bro, you winning. Here's what I think.
Okay.
Man, it's hard to gamble against experience, Flo. It's hard to gamble against experience and someone who's already been there and done that. They've checked the box. The more pressure's on San Fran, I think Kansas City got the better. Kansas City's I feel like Kansas City can do better, and they're capable of doing better because there's no pressure. There's no pressure when you win them.
So there's no pressure? Really?
No.
Okay. There's no pressure to repeat though? I mean that's been done in a while. There could be some. You could see that as some pressure, to repeat.
Minor pressure, but there ain't nothing that's overloading you or causing you to overreact to what you've already been in.
Okay, so you don't think any of the distractions is going to hurt them, like we talked about before?
Yeah. When it comes down to winning, winners win and
OMAR,
losers. No. Listen to what I'm saying. Winners win and losers lose. It's simple.
Right.
It's just like me and you Cowboy fans. We had a great season. We finished out good. We got to the playoffs, and what happened? We lost. It's all about winners winning. Winners winning.
I mean, the 49ers are winners. They've been winning. Not in the Super Bowl, but the last 2 or 3 years, they've been winners other than the Super Bowl. Right? Or are you just talking about just Super Bowls?
We talking Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
As I told you, Shanahan been there 3 times.
Okay. That's fair.
3.
Okay. Omar, give us your thoughts, and we'll get our picks at the end, but go ahead. Give us some thoughts on the game.
Yeah,
Omar. With Mar.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. The Shanahan has experience. He's been to the Super Bowl a few times now. Suffered some bad losses that I'm pretty sure stick in the memory there and in the craw, make you want to kind of get it out. And yes, they do have the better all-around team. They have the better skill position players. I believe their defense is just as good as Kansas City's, if not on the same level. They each have their deficiencies. Obviously, San Francisco's run defense. You also have to look at the offensive side of the ball. Kansas City's wide receiver core we talked about earlier has been an issue. Now, hopefully, they can use Isaiah Pacheco to exploit that weaker San Francisco run defense. They're going to have to. Because the pressure of not having wide receivers. That being said, I'm all about storylines, y'all. You know that. as a digital marketer, professor, as a person who's done marketing a long time, I'm all about storylines. I'm all about what's going to bring the eyes, what's going to make the money. And I know
Cowboy storyline didn't.
I know. Well, that may happen next year. It's not out of the realm of possibilities.
Okay.
But what I do know is I've been saying since the beginning of the season, and you all can go back and check at Ball and Buds on YouTube. Go check out my Taylor Swift shorts. There's a 4-parter. I'll have a 5th part coming out soon. And I said that this was all scripted.
Omar. She's not coming back.
I said that this was all scripted. I said that this was all
we talked about this, Omar.
Scripted?
I said if you would pay attention to what the important, powerful people say in these positions, you would hear them say this has been planned out since the beginning. And if you think that the NFL is going to let Taylor Swift's career get ruined in the middle of the biggest game in Super Bowl history, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. And so as much as I want the 49ers to win, because I hate the Chiefs more than the 49ers, even though I kind of hate both, but also Clubber D is one of my best friends, so I want the 49ers to win for him.
Over, right?
That's what pushes me over, right? I hate both teams, but since Clubber D's a 49ers fan, I'll root for them. Right. I really hate the Chiefs, and I just can't stand them, and I want them to lose. But that being said, I know what's going to happen.
How come you don't? Oh, that don't count.
This is no. Okay, no, you don't count. Not for the Chiefs. No one counts for the Chiefs. No one counts for the Chiefs, the Chargers, or the. Well, I was going to say the Broncos, but no one cares about the Broncos anyways. So that being said, yeah, I think this is. I think this has already been scripted out. As much as I think Shanahan deserves to overcome, as much as I think the 49ers deserve this Super Bowl, and I really want them to win, there's no way the NFL. There's no way the NFL lets the Taylor Swift momentum, everything that has brought them throughout this season, right? How would they let that go down the drain?
What are you saying?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay. No, I'm just trying to interrupt you and disrupt you.
Hey, Omar dad said, please, Omar. Your dad saying, please. I think your dad saying you full of BS.
No, but that's fine. Yeah, and he can think that, but I know what I know.
We all know.
You know.
I know
scripts.
I know big business. I know scripts. I know money. I know what works behind the scenes. I know who's pulling these strings. Okay, you think there's no conspiracies going on in sports? You're wrong. You think there's no rigging going on in sports? Talk to the NBA draft. Okay, if you think the NFL does not want what Can has predicted for weeks, which is Travis Kelce getting down on one knee in the middle of the floor after they're winning the Super Bowl. If you think that the NFL is not going to do everything in their power to make that happen, then you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. That's all I can say.
Money, baby.
It's all about the money, baby.
The script,
money talks and cries walk, baby. Keep it moving, baby, as the natural Dusty Rose will say.
Yeah, that's worse than my curse thing, Ruben. Conspiracy theories. Wow. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I mean, scripted, really?
See what happens. I guarantee you that's what happens. Guarantee you.
So only this year it's scripted because of Taylor Swift, or you're saying every year it's scripted?
I'm saying it's even more so scripted this year because of Taylor Swift. Yes,
it's scripted, but even more so this year.
No, I'm saying that even if it wasn't scripted every other year, this year is scripted. And I'm saying even if let me play devil's advocate with myself.
Okay.
All right. Forget him anyways because we don't talk about him. But let me play that for a second.
Don't play with yourself.
Let's think about this. Let's think about this. Even if it wasn't scripted, how bad do you think the NFL would let this get away? If this golden goose egg just dropped into their lap.
Now, I will come back and caveat on what
all the sports fans hate this.
Flo, give me 2 minutes, Flo. Let me say this, Flo.
Okay, go ahead.
Give me 2 minutes.
Oh, shout out, my brother.
All right,
KB.
Check this out.
Should come on.
Who is that?
That's my brother Kevin Brooks. He's a 49ers fan.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
The Kansas City Chiefs, they beat Miami.
Okay.
Now, Vegas has lost a heap of money with the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City wasn't supposed to beat they weren't supposed to beat Buffalo. They weren't supposed to beat Buffalo in Buffalo.
My wife's over here.
Omar, come on. Am I right or wrong? Buffalo should have won that game. Am I right or wrong, Omar?
No, you're right about that. You're definitely right about that.
Should have won the game. What does that mean?
And then Kansas City beat Baltimore. Everybody was betting with the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson.
Now that's true. Everybody was with the Ravens.
Now,
because of this. Well, I mean, other than Chiefs fans, of course.
Listen, Flo. Las Vegas is taking a hit for 2 or 3 games.
Be safe out there.
With Kansas City.
What? They've lost?
They've taken 2 or 3 hits with Kansas City winning.
Here's the thing, though, Ken. If this is all scripted, wouldn't the script be better?
I mean, I think it's been a pretty good script. Oh, my goodness.
This America's team, America's most profitable.
They don't even call you America's team anymore. They've been calling the Chiefs America's team all season long.
Hey, Omar, be quiet. Listen,
I'm just saying.
I'm talking about America's most profitable, most popular team in America against Chiefs and Taylor Swift. That would make for a better script to me.
No. I mean,
yes,
yeah, well,
America's
share something with you, man.
I agree. I agree.
That would be a much better script. You're the script guy.
They're going to capitalize on 30 years. 30 years that the Dallas Cowboys have not made it past what? The wild card round. They ain't been to a Super Bowl in 30 years. They're gonna capitalize by making history with that crap, man.
Next year, the Cowboys go next year.
Huh?
Are you guys serious?
I mean, I'm always serious.
The script would have been better with the Cowboys there.
I mean, it doesn't matter who the loser is. It doesn't matter. What matters is the winner and what that storyline is. No one cares about
because that would bring more eyes to the set.
I don't think it matters. The Super Bowl is a Super Bowl. You don't need it could be the
most watched Super Bowl with Taylor Swift and the Cowboys.
I think it'll be the most watched Super Bowl anyways. Regardless.
This will be even more most watched.
I don't think so. I think it'll be just about the same.
Really? I don't know. I think this will be even more watched.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, you're going to say that because you're a Cowboys fan, so it doesn't matter.
I'm not even saying because I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm saying because that makes more sense if it's scripted.
So Omar Dad said we made it past the wild card round. The Cowboys have not been to a Super Bowl or to an NFC championship in over 29 years.
Yeah. I don't
29
know.
years.
Script, I can't go with script, guys. But anyway.
It is. Flo, you got to know better. Flo, do you not have a brain?
I do have a brain. That's why I think it's not a script.
That's tremendous.
Where's your brain? Come on, Ken.
I agree, Ken. He has no brain. I agree.
Bro,
no brain at all.
It's all scripted. Look.
He's like the Scarecrow.
When the Falcons lost that Super Bowl, it was all scripted, Flo.
What?
28-3. They've never had a Super Bowl in history where somebody came back from that type of deficit. It's all history. Everything is written, bro.
Oh my!
I do believe that was scripted too. I totally believe that Patriots victory was scripted. Of course it was. How do you come back from 28-3 if that's not scripted? It's got to be scripted.
And then Flo, you can't even shake your head because you was glad the Patriots
They wanted Tom Brady. They wanted Tom Brady and Bill Belichick to get another one, so they gave it to him. That's okay. That's okay.
And Flo, you was glad they won.
It's okay.
You was glad
they
won.
I just told you to be careful that Super Bowl because
just like David Stern funneled Tim Duncan and David Robinson to the Spurs. You know, things happen.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
What's going on around here? You guys are crazy. Okay. Anyway, I do not think it's scripted, by the way. But so you're giving no analysis. You're just going to say Chiefs because it's scripted. That's what we're saying.
I mean, I didn't know I didn't know you needed more analysis than they're going to win. I mean, look, man, as we talked about, the Chiefs are going to have to run the ball if they want to be able to have the Mahomes and Kelsey combination continue. The San Francisco is the better all-around team, but again, I just can't see them beating the storyline. So as much as I would want to see them win, I mean, really their only chance of winning is having Brock Purdy play an amazing game. Because to be completely honest with you, Steve Spagnuolo is going to blitz the heck out of Brock Purdy. He's going to make a party out of Brock Purdy in the backfield. Okay?
It would have worked if he did it right the first time, Omar.
Not to mention, Steve Spagnuolo has been known to run the 6-1 defense, which is 6-man defensive front with 1-man linebacker and a 5-man defensive backfield. So if he does that and he's able to contain Brock Purdy Purdy in the pocket, have them blitzing the heck out of him, getting him out of his comfort zone in the middle of the biggest game of the year, well then sure, he could turn into Jimmy Garoppolo, and you could lose the game. So hey, shout out my brother. I'm sure you do. You're a 49ers fan.
And talking about scripts.
I mean, I gave you some analysis just now. I gave you defense. I gave you offense. What more do you need from me?
That's all out the door because you talked about scripts.
What do you want me to say?
Anyway,
do you really think that?
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
And you're gonna. Since you brought scripts in, I'm bringing in other stuff. So here's the thing. I saw a video on Brock Purdy, and he has a very strong Christian faith, and he's very grounded in that. And I saw a video of him talking about Christ and what that brings, and the synergy and the things about Jesus Christ and all these things. And it just really, I didn't know he was I didn't think he wasn't a Christian necessarily. I thought he was one. He could have been. I don't really look for that necessarily, but it was a video that came out recently, and I do believe that a lot of times the Lord God will lift people up for a platform, to give them a platform. Kind of like he did Tebow. Tebow was lifted up. He didn't win a championship, but he was lifted up higher than he probably should have been as the talent that he had, because he had, and he got a platform, and he really used that to the advantage of, Christianity. And so that's what's leaning me a little bit toward the 49ers, because I believe he has a strong Christian faith, and that has grounded him, and that has propelled him forward. And I think God could possibly give him, and I thought Mahomes had that as well. But after I seen the quarterback series, I feel like his is a little shaky. I don't think he's as much of a Christian as he might portray himself. He goes to the goal post and prays before every game or something. But just based on his language and the things he does in that, I didn't think that. Not just the language, but other stuff in there. I don't know if he's as much a Christian as he claims to be, but I don't know. I mean, maybe he is, and that's just one of his faults, is his language. But he is, and he does come off a little bit, now that I look at him, as that kind of a person. And even in that, I don't know if you saw that little clip with him and Bosa, and Bosa was like, "How do you do it? How do you do it? What's it?" And he was just saying, "Hey, it's not me. It's not about me. It's about the team." He says, "I knew I could do it." He had confidence, and he never, he stayed on that script of being a Christian. He didn't come off of that necessarily. I don't know if you guys saw that with him and Bosa. I thought that was a little scripted, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But I just feel like that's the edge that the 49ers are going to have. I feel like I'll be rooting for the Chiefs, just because I still am a Mahomes guy, even though I don't, believe he's a Christian necessarily or whatever. I mean, that's not the reason I root or whatever, but I just feel like God could give him that platform. So that could give him a platform later on. He may not win him another Super Bowl, but that could give him a platform for this coming year, for the end of this year, and all that kind of stuff. And he could promote those kinds of things. So I do believe God does not necessarily root for a team, but certain people, to give them a platform to push those kinds of things in this world that needs more of Jesus. But anyway, that's just me. So that's why I'm putting that out there. I think that's part of it. I think that could be part of it. I don't know. I'm gonna be rooting for the Chiefs, like I said. But that's you guys did a script. Put a script out there. I'm gonna put that out there.
That is fine. That is valid. I will say I love Jesus, and Jesus loves you. That's great. I will also say that there are 52 people on a team, and many of them of many different religions, and many of them who could be Christian, and many of them who could be way more Christian than Brock Purdy. So I don't believe that is going to necessarily play a factor. I believe Brock Purdy already has the most pedestal that he needs at this time, just being where he is as the quarterback of the 49ers and in the Super Bowl
winner.
Sure, but I mean, even like you said, with Tebow, he was never a champion, and he was able to do what he needed to do, evangelization purposes. Right. Well, it doesn't. But that's the point. You don't need to have that chance in order, as you said, to be able to to glorify your faith or whatever that may be. And again, I'm not saying that anybody of any faith is any better than anybody else or anything. All I'm saying is that I don't believe that that's going to tip the favors of scales of one team or the other, because I believe that there's so many people that are on the team.
Do you believe a script will?
No. Well. Yeah, because the NFL can come down and just say, "Hey, referees, you have to do this. Hey, coaches, you have to do this."
Is God bigger than the referees?
I completely agree. He is. What I'm saying, though, is I don't think that. Okay, let's put it this way. I don't think.
Hey, keep coming. I got him.
No. I'm just saying. You know what? We're probably getting way off the rails from what most of the people.
Well, you were scripting. I was like,
I'm
out there.
Because
finish your thought.
No, I'm just saying when you have something that could be scripted, right? Then that means that the powers. I'm playing along with you. Maybe it's not, but if it is, right, people behind a script, there are always people in control of that script, no matter what. If there's a movie director, if there's a TV producer, they are in control of the script. They make the changes. They say what happens. They make the ending. Right. Fine. Okay. So does God. In my belief, in your belief, in Can's belief, in whoever else's, right? And it doesn't even have to be our God. It can be your God. It can be whoever's God. Everybody has their own religion, has their own people, right? Whatever that faith is that you believe in. There are too many people on one team, 52, including all the coaches, all these other people, and I guarantee you, probably half of them on each team are probably maybe a fourth to a half are going to be Christian, are going to believe in God. So you can't say that just because Brock Purdy does that and Patrick Mahomes maybe doesn't act like it as much, then I don't know. I just don't think that's going to make that much of a difference.
Okay, and here's the other thing to your script point, and we're going off the rails, and that's fine. We've already gone off the rails, though.
Yes, we have.
Who was in charge?
Yes, we have.
Pharaoh had all the power in Egypt. You're talking about all these people, the powers that be. Pharaoh had all the power. Moses came humbly, said, "Let my people go," and whatever eventually happened, the people were released. Pharaoh himself released them, even though he had the power to keep them enslaved. But God had a different plan. And I believe that this could be part of it. I'm not saying that it is for sure, but I'm saying this could be part of it. Just the fact that I saw that clip, that snippet of him. I mean, this was not just, hey, I'm a Christian, I pray, I believe in God. He was like professing Christianity in a way that you might hear me, or somebody who's, you know what I'm saying? Someone who's well-versed in Christianity and speaks about Jesus, and not somebody who just says, I'm a Christian, right? He said some things, and he's quoted some verses and things like that. And it wasn't just some blurb, I'm a Christian, I believe in Jesus. It was a long, maybe a minute or two, but it was very well-versed in someone who really has that belief, right? And so I think that could tip the scales in the 49ers' favor. Who knows? It could be nothing. Maybe I'm just, bringing in like the script, but I mean, he'll definitely be able to use that platform, even if he loses, like you said, Omar. I think he could still use that platform in a positive way. But getting back to the game, I think that the reason I feel like the Chiefs do have an advantage is just because of the Packers. They almost beat the 49ers. I mean, that was a little bit of luck in there. And then the Lions, I mean, that bounce off of a Lions defender into Ayuk's hands. I mean, to me, the Niners have been living on borrowed time. They've been getting very lucky. I don't know if that's a script, but they've been getting a little fortunate, and they've been getting run on a little bit. So I think Pacheco will have a big game. And I think it's not because of a script, but I think the 49ers have kind of lived a little bit on borrowed time in these playoffs with the Packers, and also in that game with the Detroit Lions. Not only off the helmet and Ayuk gets that bounce, Brock Purdy threw a couple other ones that were not picked that should have been picked as well. And then Dan Campbell going for it on fourth down when he should have just kicked the field goal and made it a 2-score game. And then he gives the momentum back to the 49ers. Those were some fortunate things that rolled the 49ers way. And I just feel like the Kansas City Chiefs, like to Can's point, they're more experienced. They're not going to make those dumb little mistakes. They're not going to, they may need a little luck to the ball to bounce your way. Everybody kind of needs that if you look at these Super Bowls a lot of times. But I feel like the way the 49ers have kind of lived on the line a little bit and gotten a little lucky, a lot more luckier than the Chiefs have in these games, and they've been able to get run on. I believe that the Chiefs have the edge in my opinion, and maybe that 49er thing with Brock Purdy could be tilts it the other way. But I believe the Chiefs will win just because they've been playing better in the playoffs, and the 49ers have not been playing as well on defense in the playoffs. And this is when it counts, right? Lamar Jackson, he didn't play as well in the playoffs, and they lost. And he hasn't played well in the playoffs. To Dak Prescott's credit, he hasn't played well in the playoffs either. So this is the time of year, no matter what happens in the regular season, where you got to be playing well. And the 49ers have not played well on defense, especially as they have in the regular season. The Chiefs, however, have continued to play well on defense, and now their offense has gotten going a little bit and gotten on track. And that's what I feel why the Chiefs are going to take this game. You want to give our scores?
Yeah, I mean everything you said is right. So.
Okay, what do you think, Ken? What's your score?
Man, I'm gonna go 34-27 KC. 34-27 KC. 34-27 KC. KC wins by 7.
4-point game.
Yep.
Oh.
Wait, you said 30. What'd you say?
34-27. 7, bro.
Oh, 30.
That is 7 points this time, Omar. It is 7. It's actually 7 points.
No, I just wasn't sure what he.
We were trying to add it up to make sure it was 7, right?
No, I just wasn't sure what he said at first because I thought he had said 31-27 at first, and I was like,
yeah, I thought so too. But then when he said it again, I heard 34. So yeah.
Yeah, no, because that's the score that I have. Is I'm going to go 31-27 Chiefs.
31-27 Chiefs.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Yep. Sounds good.
Okay. So Chiefs 30. So that is a 4-point swing, right? 30.
Yep.
You know, that would have been your exact score, right? Is that why you were kind of like wondering?
That's why I was like, wait a second, did he get the same score I did? That's why I had to think about it. I was like, damn, is that my score too? Not that that's bad. I'm not saying you're wrong, Ken. I think they are going to win. I just don't think that I don't think it's going to be a 7-point game. I think it's going to be close.
Yeah, I think it'll be close as well. I think both these teams, like you said, I think the 49ers aren't playing as well on defense, but both of these teams have held teams under 20 a bunch of times. But usually the 49ers do it in a blowout, and when they've lost, they've allowed more points. And a lot of times in some of those bad games. But I think both defense will be more ready for this game, of course, because it's a Super Bowl. So some of those deficiencies that the 49ers have had, I believe that they will look better in this game. But at the same time, I think the Chiefs have just played really well all year on defense. They're healthy on defense. And the receivers finally are starting to catch balls and even Travis Kelce has looked better in these playoffs. And so I just feel like it's still going to be almost like, I want to say, a lot like the Ravens game. It was low scoring, be able to move the ball a little bit, but bend but don't break a lot of times. I think the Chiefs will come up with more big plays when they're needed because of Mahomes. I don't think Purdy will be able to come up with those big plays, but I think it'll be a fairly close and low scoring game. I'm gonna say in the range of and usually the Chiefs, when Chiefs hold their opponents all year under 21 points, they've won every game. And so I'm gonna say it's gonna be in the neighborhood of 23-20. Chiefs win on a field goal, 23-20. It'll be a nail biter. It'll be back and forth, a lot like the Ravens games. There'll be big plays made on defense. Maybe on both sides. A couple of big plays that will get the Chiefs over the top and get them the 23-20 victory in this Super Bowl.
Sure, I don't think it'll be that low scoring. I think that especially with the script, they're going to want it to be a more high-scoring game to try to,
the guy with the script again.
Trying to help the advertisers out with that money.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bills, y'all.
Dollar bills. Okay. Anyway, all right.
Ball and Buds. Go subscribe.
Yeah.
Go subscribe at Ball and Buds. Go subscribe at The Bottom Line Sports. We appreciate all those 1,500 members over there. I wish the bots would go away, but we just got to fight off the bots, get rid of all those fake accounts and kill the bots. Kill the bots, Omar. You look crazy now.
I try to get rid of as many pals as I can.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey,
they keep popping up.
First strike. Try this cran raspberry.
But wait, I thought they couldn't get it because it's in the MREs only, or are they selling them regularly?
Well, I mean, you can find some of these.
Hey, so Flo, you said we're not gonna do the show Sunday, right?
No show Sunday. It's just
no show Sunday.
You remember you said you want to do the show Sunday? Because I told old boy manager we want to bring him on Sunday.
Is he gonna be able to do it?
I won't know until Saturday.
Well, if he can do it, then if he can do it, then we'll do it. If Bubba Dub Jr. can come on, then we'll do a special early show on Sunday. But the problem is, it's going to be the thing is, it's going to be an early show. So we'll see. And also,
hey, see if he can come on next week. If not Sunday, maybe our Tuesday show or whatever. Though, just find out for sure which one's easier to make.
If we can't do Sunday, we'll roll with Tuesday. I'll let the guy know.
Yeah. Tell him we prefer Tuesday, but we'll do Sunday if that's the only day he has.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? All right. Any final thoughts for the people out there?
Hey, go subscribe at the Bottom Line Sports. Hit our YouTube page. Join our Facebook group. We talk a lot of sports. Also hit up Ball and Buds. No show this Sunday, but as we said, next Tuesday night, catch us again. The Bottom Line Sports.
We're all picking the Chiefs, but I think Omar's rooting for the Niners. Who you?
I'm rooting for the Niners. Let's go.
You rooting for the Chiefs too, or you just want a good game? What do you think, Cam? Say something, Cam.
He just said peace out. That's all he said. He just
I'm
gave
good,
me
bro.
a
I'm good. I'm good. Peace, bro. I'm good.
All right, man. Come on, Cam. Help me out. All right.
Bro,
well,
I'm
thanks for joining the
tired.
show.
Bro, I am tired.
You're tired. You're moved out, huh? You're in an empty house.
And I go to the hotel tomorrow.
You go to the hotel tomorrow. Moved out, Ken. Moving out of the Army into civilian life. Good luck, my brother. Be blessed. Hope it all works out for you. Moving over there to North Carolina.
Bittersweet, man. Bittersweet, bro.
Okay, man. Be careful. Be safe in your travels. Thanks for everybody who commented and on the show. We appreciate you guys. And
I'm tired too. I'm about to go to sleep. All right, y'all. Thank y'all. It's the Bottom Line Sports. Subscribe at the Bottom Line Sports.
Peace.
We love y'all. See y'all next Tuesday. Tuesday night or Sunday. Be on the lookout just in case. We don't know. We're all over the place. Just join us. How about you join the Bottom Line Sports group and then you'll know. Join the group.
Yeah, Bubba Dub. Come join the show,
Bubba Dub. See you soon.
Funny guy. Yeah. All right.
Well, you gotta take those opportunities when they come to you. So it was presented. So.
Yeah, it was presented to us. So if I'm not there, guys, you roll with me without me on Bubba Dub, but I'd be more likely to do it on Tuesday. I already made some promises to my producer and publicist. So we'll see what happens. We might do it early. If we can do it early, maybe we can get it out of the way. I don't know. Anyway, Bubba Dub, come join the show. Appreciate you. Bottom Line Sports.
Peace out, yo.
I'll be in the back for a few minutes if you want to hang out. If not, we'll see you later. Y'all have a good night.
Hang back for a little bit, man.
All right.